This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the MCTV News Update. I'm Elisabeth Herring. Here's a brief look at campus headlines today. Texas Tech and new system chancellor Brandon Creighton made headlines across the state at the end of last week. On Friday morning, Creighton sent a memo to each of the leaders at the TTU systems institutions to address standards and review processes affecting content taught in Texas Tech courses. Specifically, the memo addresses Texas Senate Bill 37, requiring the Board of Regents to review and approve course content to make sure that each system institution is offering degrees of value. Specifically, Creighton mentions 3 areas of the new state law: the ban on advocacy or promotion for race or sex-based prejudice, the official recognition of 2 sexes under the law, and the review requirement for any courses that includes topics or discussions regarding sexual orientation. The memo also included a flow chart for instructors to use to decide whether or not to keep content in their courses that conflicts with the state and federal law. It also details the review processes for any content that conflicts with state law that is included in the syllabus. Regardless of the flow chart, if any of the content is considered necessary for the course, it will eventually have to be reviewed by members of the Board of Regents. Creighton ends his memo by stating that this is only the first step in changes that will be made to make sure that the Board of Regents to oversee the TTU system's curriculum. The second day of finals is underway here on the Texas Tech campus, but originally today was supposed to be the first day students took exams. With the Texas Tech football team playing in Saturday's Big 12 championship, the president and provost announced that instructors could move their finals to Thursday, which was supposed to be individual study day or dead day. Many instructors offered other alternatives so students didn't have to show up in person, but some final exams took place starting as early as 7:30 a.m. on Thursday morning. The remainder of final schedule will stay the same, with exam times continuing throughout next Wednesday. Some Saturday finals may even still happen tomorrow, but instructors were highly encouraged to come up with an alternative plan to allow students to attend the historic game in person. The holiday season is in full swing around the Hub City, and even though student events have come to an end for the semester, several community events are still happening on campus. Last night, the Office of International Affairs hosted their annual Vintage Fest at the International Cultural Center. The event featured a celebration of German Christmas traditions, including live music, a holiday story time for young visitors, hands-on activities, and tasty cultural treats from the other side of the world. Any kids in attendance were also invited to wear Christmas pajamas to help celebrate the season and give them an early chance to get into the festive spirit. Vintage Fest is held every year here at Texas Tech and is one of the last few events hosted for the local community before campus closes for winter break. Wednesday marked the last day of classes and also ended up being the last study day for some students who took their finals early on Thursday. But before classes even ended, one group organized a special event to give students a chance to de-stress and take some time away from their coursework. MCTV's Madeline Coyne decided to take advantage of that opportunity and find a unique way to prepare for finals.
Thanks, guys. I am here at the Student Activities Board's wellness event to help students prepare for finals and relax. The Student Activities Board, also known as SAB, hosted a wellness stop for students to have a chance to relax and recuperate before finals. Many students stopped by to see what incentives SAB had to offer. SAB provided attendees who stopped by at the sub with massages to loosen up tight muscles and flavorful oxygen masks to ensure relaxation.
We just know that this week, especially with finals and everything, it's a lot for our students, so we just want to give them a little break throughout the day, whether it's just a little relaxation or just a little pick-me-up to get them through the week.
SAB also had a craft table set up that included stations where students could make their own stress balls using Orbeez, decorate a motivational mirror, put together origami, and even color. If you missed this event, don't worry. You can check out SAB's website at www.depts.ttu.edu/sub/activities to see a full calendar of what events are next. Thanks for tuning in and watching the Student Activities Board Wellness Event for Students, where students get to relax and enjoy their time at the Student Union Building. For MCTV, I'm Madeline Coyne.
Well, a gorgeous day here at Texas Tech. Some spotty clouds, but much more sun than we've seen in the last couple days. We had a chilly day yesterday, and that was due to a cold front that moved in on Wednesday, early afternoon into early evening, and that dropped our temperatures below freezing, enough so that we saw some snow across the area. Here in Lubbock, we only saw a few flurries here and there, but Tulia saw 3.5 inches, Virgo Park 2.5 inches, and it went down from there. Here in Lubbock, we didn't have any measurable snow, but reports of flurries across the area were there. So first snow, I guess, of the season, but hopefully we see some more as we head into next year. As far as rain goes, we've remained clear the past 6 hours here across the South Plains and across Texas. So if you traveled, you likely had some sunny weather to travel. But we do have some reports of fog early Saturday morning. So if you are traveling to the game early tomorrow, just watch out for that fog. Drive carefully as you're heading into the Dallas area. But as far as the rest of the weekend goes, looking like remaining clear, and as far as early into next week, still remaining clear as well. So if you're traveling for the holiday break, looking like it should be pretty clear for traveling conditions, and drive safe as you head out for the break. Tonight across the area, pretty chilly lows in the 20s, lower 30s off the Caprock, Demet, Tulia, lower 20s, as well as Plainview. So a chilly night as we head into our evening. Tomorrow, warming up warmer than today, about 10 degrees warmer, mid 60s to lower 70s across the South Plains area. As we head into tonight here locally in Lubbock, low of 27, so well below freezing. If you have evening plans, be sure to bundle up. Tomorrow, high of 72 and windy, west winds at 23 miles per hour. As we head into our weekend, Saturday 70s, Sunday cooling down just slightly, upper 50s, Monday lower 60s. Lows from Sunday to Monday, dipping below freezing, and then we're warming up as we head into the rest of the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in the lower 70s, upper 60s, lows above freezing, but still chilly in the 40s and upper 30s. Well, as far as holiday events go, if you aren't leaving Lubbock just yet and you're looking for options to get into the holiday spirit, there are several local events and activities going on this weekend to help you feel a bit more jolly. Adventure Park's annual Christmas in the Park celebration is currently underway. The amusement center is located just a short drive west on Marcia Sharp Freeway with attractions such as mini golf, go-karts, and an arcade. But during the holidays, the park is covered with 500,000 lights and lots of festive decorations. The park also installed a temporary ice skating rink and offers fire pits to make s'mores along with rides on a holiday train. Christmas in the Park takes place every night from now until Wednesday, December 31st. The season fun starts at 5 p.m. each evening and ends at 7 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 8 p.m. on Friday and Saturday nights. For more information, check out adventureparkfun.com. There's another way to illuminate the holiday, and it's also happening every night from now until Christmas. The Lubbock Light Park is celebrating its second year of operation in the northwest parking lot of the South Plains Mall. The drive-through holiday spectacular features more than 500,000 animated lights that are synced to Christmas music. The attraction charges one price per vehicle, so you can load up your whole crew and even pets too. The show starts each night at 6:30 p.m. and continues until 10 p.m. This year's installation includes 50% more lights and displays. So if you stopped by last year, this year will be a whole new experience. The entrance to Lubbock Light Park is located just east of Home Depot off the Loop 289. The cost per vehicle is $29.99, but there is also an option for a season pass that will allow you to visit as many times as you want. The last day of operation for this year's Lubbock Light Park is Saturday, December 27th. One last way to celebrate this season this weekend is happening right now here on campus. The 67th Annual Carol of Lights is scheduled for this Sunday in the Science Quad just west of Memorial Circle. The annual ceremony features Texas Tech Trombone Choir and the university's combined choirs, along with special musical performances and a concert by this year's special guest, War and Treaty. The ceremony starts with traditional holiday standards sung by the choir and War and Treaty, counting down the moment that more than 30,000 lights are simultaneously illuminated surrounding the entrance to campus. A fireworks show will also mark the lighting of campus, followed by an extended performance by the War and Treaty. The 2025 edition of Carol of Lights is scheduled to start at 6:30 p.m. with Carillon concert, followed by the main event at 7 p.m. The Carol of Lights is free and open to the public, but if you can't make it, you can also watch live online or locally on KTTZ TV. With the holiday event scheduled ramping up, many people are trying to fit in the seasonal activities while also trying to make time to take care of holiday shopping. The Lubbock area features plenty of retail options, but there are also dozens of holiday markets popping up this year across town. And many of those are organized by one local promoter who is helping to give small businesses a huge boost. MCTV's Elijah Ferris stopped by one recent event that used seasonal theme to bring shoppers for merchandise, food, and fun.
Moe's Pumpkin Bash is the opportunity for students and locals to shop with dozens of vendors from across Lubbock, eat fresh-made food, and listen to live music. Morgan Guffey, organizer of Moe's Productions, said she wanted to give the community a chance to come together before the holidays and have local sellers, cooks, and musicians showcase what they do.
We live in a world where it's very loud and you can look around, but there's a lot of people right here in our community doing a lot of making. So I just love to be able to spotlight those people and keep giving them that opportunity. So supporting these things allow us to keep giving that space for people to grow, be artists, be makers, be bakers, and all of the above.
Being the first year of the Pumpkin Bash, Morgan said she wanted to have something a little more elaborate and decided to hold the event all weekend long rather than one day.
It just gives us a chance to really put a little bit more love into it and a little more time.
Angela Grimmer and Kimberly Robles decided to attend Moe's Pumpkin Bash because they wanted to support what Morgan was doing and shop with local business owners.
I think it's a great foundation for keeping people involved in the community. I love seeing everyone that just gets to come out and show what they're passionate about with the different vendors.
I love coming to Moe's Markets. I feel like her vendor selections are incredible. It's always so much fun. There's always so many activities, and I just think it's such a blast.
Morgan said she hopes to grow the market every week and start new ones for the Lubbock community she feels so thankful for.
I'm proud of our community, I'm proud of the people that exist in it, and I'm proud of the people that come out to support it. And gosh, I just hope that everybody this holiday season takes a look around and kind of sees the talent that lies and speaks to each other about it, holds one another up. We all need it, so that's all I hope for.
Events by Moe's Production are held here in Lubbock almost every weekend, and another great way to engage with the community. For MCTV, I'm Elijah Phidias. Back to you.
Thanks, Elijah. Many members of the Texas Tech community are hitting the road this weekend, but not just because the semester is nearing an end. For Red Raiders here and around the region, Arlington is the destination of choice as the Texas Tech football team prepares to make history. The Edward Jones Big 12 Championship is scheduled to kick off at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning at the AT&T Stadium. The Red Raiders will be taking on BYU in their first ever Big 12 Conference title game. Texas Tech comes into contest at number 4 in the latest college football playoff committee rankings, and BYU is currently ranked at number 11. If Tech wins, not only would they secure their first ever Big 12 championship in football, but the Red Raiders would all be but guaranteed one of the top 4 spots in the CFP's final rankings, which will be announced Sunday night. And if Tech claims one of the top 4 spots, they will have a bye in the first round of college football playoff. Even if the Red Raiders lose, there is a good chance they will still compete in this year's championship bracket. If you aren't going to be at tomorrow's game, you can watch on ABC, and you can also catch the college football playoff selection show this Sunday starting at 11 a.m. on ESPN. If you are headed to the Metroplex for tomorrow's game, Texas Tech Athletics is hoping you might extend your trip by an extra day to help cheer on another group of Red Raiders. The men's basketball team is also headed to DFW as they prepare for a non-conference showdown in the USLBM Coast to Coast Challenge. The Red Raiders will meet up with LSU Tigers at Dickies Arena in Fort Worth on Sunday at 2 p.m. The game just happens to fall on the same weekend as football's first ever appearance in the Big 12 Championship, giving Texas Tech fans the chance to take over the Metroplex. Sunday's Big 12 SEC Showdown will also be available on ESPN2. And members of the Lady Raider basketball team will also be heading to DFW to cheer on their fellow athletes this weekend, especially since they have a full week off until their next matchup on the road. Next Friday, the team will be back in action against Washington State in Pullman. The contest will give the Lady Raiders another chance to strengthen their resume as they hope to stay undefeated in the preseason. The Cougars are currently 1-8 so far, but any win will be helpful as Texas Tech prepares to start conference play at the end of the month. Texas Tech versus WSU will tip off at 4 p.m. our time on ESPN+. If you are one of the thousands of Red Raiders who will be receiving your diploma during this year's commencement ceremonies, then you are most likely counting down the days until next weekend. This year's commencement schedule starts next Friday at 2 p.m. at the United Supermarkets Arena with 3 of the university's 10 colleges along with the School of Professional Studies. Friday ceremonies will wrap up at 6 p.m. with master's and doctoral degree candidates from across the university. And the final day of commencement on Saturday includes 2 ceremonies, with the first scheduled at 9 a.m. and the final group of Red Raiders walking the stage at 1:30. All of the ceremonies are free and open to the public, but if you can't be there in person, you can also watch online through the university's live stream. For more information on next week's schedule and the link to the stream, visit commencement.ttu.edu. That's it for today's MCTV News Update. Be sure to check TTU Hub for more news and tune in next semester for the MCTV Weekday Update. Good luck on finals and have a great winter break.